Hi there, Amy Starr Allen here, and in this video today I am going to be showing you how I am able to travel without paying for accommodations. So this has been happening more and more lately. If you've been following me for a while, you probably know that I've entered into kind of a digital nomad lifestyle. I've been traveling around as I'm trying out different places to figure out where I am going to eventually relocate to. And what's cool is that I can get house sitting jobs in any place that I want to go to and be able to stay in someone's amazing, comfortable home with a full kitchen and all kinds of amazing amenities for free while I'm doing this. And this is something that I've been doing for a couple of years using a specific app, and I'm doing it more and more recently. So I wanted to make a video about this in case anybody wants to know. I actually just got a message yesterday from somebody. I was sending a message into a group chat for a meeting that I'm a part of to let them know. Originally, I was supposed to be gone next week because I have a house sitting job that starts on Monday, but I actually just got another house sitting job that starts on Thursday through Monday. So I just did two like back to back in the same area. I'm going up to the mountains and I wanted to have a little more time up there. So I got another house sitting job for a few days leading up to that one. And that way I'm able to be gone a few days longer because I'm going to be meeting with a realtor and I just wanted some more time to explore up there. So I was sending a message into my group chat to let them know I'm actually not going to be there this week or next week now. And one of the women in my group said, "How is it that you're able to keep getting these house sitting jobs? How do you do that?" And I said, it's an app that I use. And she said, "I want information about that." So I sent her my link to learn more about it. So that just had me thinking that I really should create a video about this, especially because I just created a whole playlist on my YouTube channel for all of my travel videos. And a lot of the travel that I have been doing and that I'm going to continue to do involves me using this app to find house sitting jobs where I can bring my dog with me. And I know people are going to want to learn more about this. And so I decided to show you guys how this works. Cool. So there'll be a link below this video where you can learn more about this app. And it's amazing. And when you use my link, you'll get a discount. You are also welcome to share my link with anyone else that you think might want to explore this app. The woman that I shared it with last night said, I need to share this with my son and this person and that person. So this has definitely happened a lot in the past couple years since I've been doing this. So definitely feel free to take my specific link and share it with whoever you want so that they can get that discount as well. So the app is called Trusted Housesitters, and you can use this app whether you want to travel around and house sit for others or whether you want people to come house sit and pet sit for you. So this is for pet sitting. You get to stay at people's houses without any money being exchanged. They don't pay you for house sitting and pet sitting, and you don't pay them for staying at their home, which is really cool. The only money that we pay to use this app is an annual fee to be part of the app. So, and I'll show you that in a second. So you'll see you can come on here, you can look for a pet sitter. You know, if you click on here, you'll see all these different pet sitters in these different places, and you can search by a location. So if you live in a certain place, this is the city that I live in, you can come on here and you can see all the different pet sitters in your city. So if you're looking for a pet sitter, you can do that. If you want to do a house sit, you can put in, you know, it'll just give you some random stuff here: San Diego, California, British Columbia. But if there's a certain place you want to go, Ireland, it'll show you all of the different house sits in Ireland. So you can search for any place in the world on here. It's pretty sweet. And I'll show you in more detail all of the cool things you can do with it. But first, I just want to talk about pricing because I know some of you are probably wondering about that. Anyway, I just wanted to show you, this is their homepage: 10 years of happy pets, 230,000 plus happy members. So this is a legit app. It actually connects to the Airbnb app. So not only do we leave each other reviews on here so people can read, so that you can vet the people whose homes you're going to stay at, or they can vet the people that are going to come house sit for them, but it also connects to your Airbnb. So if you use Airbnb, people can also see if you've gotten good reviews on Airbnb, because that says a lot about whether or not you'd be a good candidate to stay in their home as well. So it's a legit app. It's been around for 10 years. You can go through here and read all of this stuff. For now, I've met, by the way, the coolest people on this app. All the people that I have sat for have been really cool. And I have also met some people locally who, through the app, who now we just trade when they go out of town. Both of these people that I've met here have multiple dogs. One has 4 dogs and the other one has 3 dogs and a cat. So when they go out of town, I go stay at their house with my dog. And when I go out of town, since I just have my one dog, I just drop him off at one of their homes and they dog sit for me, and we don't pay each other. We just trade. So I've just met some really, really, really cool people on this app. So that's been another huge plus. So this is the pricing. So this is my plan. I just pay $129 per year and I get unlimited house sits worldwide, right? And it does the background check. So that's the plan that I have, and that's all I really need. Like I said, I don't even need people to come house sit for me, because I've found people that I trade dog sitting with and I just drop my dog off with them when I go out of town. So I don't need that, but if you needed that, you could upgrade to one of these other plans. This one, standard sitter, just comes with a little bit more, like accident and third-party liability, free video calls, and online chat with vets when pet sitting, so just a couple of other things. And then the premium sitter has a few more bells and whistles here that you can look through. But I've just been using this plan for the last couple of years and it's been amazing for me. Also, this is for sitters. So if you are somebody that needs somebody to come sit for you, you can click on combined, and then you can get, like, the basic combined would be unlimited pet and home care from verified sitters at no extra cost, and unlimited house sits as a sitter. So this is basically what I have, plus if I wanted to have people come house sit for me, I could upgrade to this, and then I would have unlimited access to house sitters coming and staying at my house as well. So it just depends what you want. So that's how the pricing works. So it's an annual fee. So you pay one price per year, and then all of my accommodations when I'm traveling are covered as long as I'm using this app, which is awesome. And like I said, this works all over the world. So if I'm going somewhere that I'm going to be driving, I will bring my dog. And just like Airbnb, some homeowners are more than happy for you to bring your own pet as long as their animals are pet friendly. And some owners are not okay with you bringing your own pet. Maybe they have cats that are afraid of a dog or whatever. So, it just depends on the owners. So when I'm applying for a sit, when I'm traveling with my dog, I apply for a sit, which I'll show you how to do that in a second. And I just let them know in my message that I'm sending them. I ask them if it would be okay if I brought my dog. I let them know a little bit about my dog. I have more information about my dog in my profile that they can look at. And I let them know that he gets along with all other animals and blah, blah, blah. Some say no, some say yes. I only take the jobs that say yes for me when I'm traveling with my dog, because it doesn't make sense for me to have to get a pet sitter to go pet sit for somebody else, right? I'd rather bring my dog, and he loves it. He loves being around other animals, and we just both really enjoy this. But if you're traveling somewhere by plane and you're not bringing your pet, here's the other thing that's really, really cool. You can go anywhere in the world. You can look for the destination that you want to go, and I'm going to walk you through this, but you can look for the destination that you want to go, find a sit for the amount of time that you want to stay. So some sits are for a few days, some sits are for a week, some are for 2 weeks, some are for a month, some are for longer. So you can just go in and see the dates and the number of days and make sure that that's what you want. Apply for the sit, and then once you get accepted for the sit, then you can book your plane tickets around that sit. And what's really cool is sometimes when you're flying in, and I've seen this quite a bit, is that the owners, if they're flying out, they say, if you come in a day before and take us to the airport, you can use our car while we're gone. So they'll even let you use their car, which is incredible in some cases. This is a really good way to travel anywhere in the world and you can just book your flights around, a house sitting job that you get accepted for ahead of time, and then book your flights. And now all you're paying for are your flights and your food and stuff. You don't have to pay for your accommodations, which is amazing. And as I was saying, I just added a few days onto my house sitting job up in the mountains because I wanted to be there a little bit longer. So I just got another house sitting job back to back with that one. And now I'm there for an extended period of time, and I'm not paying for any accommodations the whole time. And I get to bring my dog. So really cool. All right, so let me walk you through this and show you some of the cool features of it. Okay, so this is my dashboard. So this shows the sits that I have coming up. I'm about to book some more because basically what I'm doing right now is I am traveling around wanting to stay for like a little bit longer period of time in certain places that I'm considering relocating to so that I can try out the area. And again, this works out really well because I can bring my dog, I can stay for longer. It's not costing me the cost of accommodations. So these are the two sits that I have lined up. I had already had this one lined up, and then I got this one. So this one's from June 9th through the 13th, but then I just got this one from June 6th through the 9th. So this one ends on Monday morning, and this one starts on Monday. And they're 15 minutes away from each other in two different mountain towns that I wanted to explore anyway. I'm looking in the Asheville, North Carolina area, and there are a bunch of really cool towns around Asheville. So these are two different towns up there near Asheville that I'm going to be staying in. And so once you get accepted, they give you a welcome guide, which is really cool. It shows you, I'm not going to pull it up here because there's personal information in there, like their address and Wi-Fi codes and stuff like that. So I'm not going to open it, but they give you their address, their Wi-Fi codes, all of that. But they also give you the best restaurants around there, where the closest grocery store is, some good hikes in this case, since I'm going to be in the mountains. They tell you like all of the things that they recommend in the area, and anything else that you need to know about the pets and the house. I'll show you an example of the listing. So this is the house. Some of these houses are absolutely beautiful, by the way. I have been finding using this app that, a lot of people that travel regularly, that have pets and just need somebody to stay at their homes, a lot of people that travel regularly have money, right? And they have beautiful homes. And so some of the homes that you'll find on this app are absolutely gorgeous. So this is one of the homes that I'm going to be staying at. It's in a gated community on a golf course. It has an indoor pool, an outdoor pool, a gym that I'm going to have access to while I'm there. And, it's just a beautiful, beautiful home. So there'll always be pictures of the home. There'll be pictures of the pets usually. And so you can scroll through, you can learn more about the home. And then you can read about the home and the location. It'll have all of this stuff. It tells you where everything is, how many square feet it is, what's around there as far as the location. This talks about the gym and the indoor heated pool and blah, blah, blah. And then it gives you the responsibilities. It tells you about their pets. And when you're looking at sits and deciding where to go, you'll always see these little icons that tell you exactly what kind of pets they have. And some people have horses, some people have chickens, some people have just a fish. I mean, it's different for everybody. Like, so this one it's actually two dogs. It says one here, but for whatever reason, they actually have two. So I'm going, this one is two dogs, this one is four cats. So that's who I'm going to be house sitting for these. So the other thing that's really cool is you can do saved searches. So for me right now, there are a few different areas that I'm considering moving to. There's more, you can only have 3 saved searches. I have more places than that, but for now, I'm starting out with some of the places that are a little bit closer to me, and then from there, I might go further across the country and do some sits in other places as well. So for now, I've got Asheville, Portland, Maine, and Nashville saved in here. So what happens is each day I get an email from Trusted Housesitters telling me, here are the new sits in your saved search. So it'll say, you've gotten some new sits for Asheville, you've gotten some new sits for Portland, Maine. And then I can just click through from the email and it'll show me any new sits. So just to give you an example, let's look at Nashville. Click on view, you'll see like some of these are brand new sits. And you can look through, and again, you can look at the dates. Like here's one, June 18th through the 22nd, June 15th through the 22nd, June 10th through the 21st. So obviously some are longer than others. Some are a few days. You'll find some that are much longer as well. But like look at this, Countryside Haven. You'll see it right here is where that you see the icon that says 3 dogs. And if I click on this, there's some really cool houses here. Look at this. This is a gorgeous home. It says, this is Shay and Jesse. We live in Nashville, Tennessee with our 3 pups. We work remotely and we love to travel. We live in a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, beautiful countryside home in a fantastic area that is the best of both worlds, a rural neighborhood within 15 minutes from East Nashville. So anyway, this looks like a really cool house, right? And I like this even way more than staying in Airbnbs, because when you stay in someone's home, if you've ever stayed at an Airbnb, you know it's not always super homey. It's a rental, right? These are not rentals. These are people's homes. And some of them are just amazing. Like, look at this. Look at this. It's just beautiful. And this is kind of like the type of living in Nashville that I'm looking into, is living in like farm country outside of the city, but still close enough to the city that I can do stuff in the city as well. And that's what this house is. So this would be a really good sit for me. The dates don't work for me because it coincides with this other sit that I have. But this would be a really good sit for me because it would give me the opportunity to experience what that's like living in a rural part of, on the outskirts of Nashville, right? So anyway, so that's how you can see what's coming up in your saved searches. Here's an example of an email that I just got today. New saved search results. You have saved searches that have returned a lot of new results today. So to spare you the time and spare your inbox, we've gone ahead and popped them all in this handy link, View Sits. And then you'll see up here, it says your saved searches. So this is Asheville, and it's going to show me like these are all new. All the ones with purple are new. So you can look at the dates. You can look at the locations. You can look at what type of pets they have. Like this one has 1 cat. This one has 2 dogs. So you might have a preference. Like for the second sit that I'm doing in the mountains, I was specifically looking for a sit with cats, because I knew that I was going to be out for long periods of time looking at properties with a realtor. And it's just, cats usually require less responsibility. You just need to make sure that they're fed and that their litter box gets cleaned every day, but you don't have to walk them multiple times per day or anything like that. So I was specifically looking for cats for that one stretch of time. So you can come through here and you can look at what kind of pets they have. And look, mountain paradise, right? So this has 2 dogs and a cat. It tells you low applications. So this means that not a lot of people have applied for this job yet. I don't find this to be super competitive. I've gotten every job that I've ever applied to. This is a really cool house. Look at this, mountain paradise. I love it. So this is why, as far as me wanting to potentially move to the mountains, it's cool because I can go stay in these cool, like different types of mountain homes and stuff and see what it would be like to live there. Look how cool this house is. Cute dogs. So like this one is for 8 days in September, which I don't know that these dates would work for me. But you can also, if you really like it, you can favorite it. And that way, if another sit comes up for this house with different dates, which happens all the time, they will let you know. So these are 119 house sits in Asheville, right? But if I wanted to look at some of my other ones, I could come under my saved searches and I could click on Portland, Maine, and I can see what's new there. So here's a new one, and there are a couple that have low applications. This one is for a month. This might actually work for me. I'm wanting to spend like a few weeks in Portland, Maine this summer, because that's another place I'm considering moving, and summer's so beautiful there, and I love Maine, and I have lots of friends and family around there. So I thought it would be really cool to get like a long-term job there. So like this one's for a month. Summer on the Maine coast. And then you can read about it. You can read about the responsibilities. Mostly just give my 2 ladies time, exercise, and love while I'm away. Anyway, and then if you want to apply for a job, you just click apply now. And then it's just going to ask you to write, something here. So I just write a message letting them know, I'm considering relocating to this area and I just want to spend some time there. I do have a dog. I'm wondering if it would be okay if I bring him. There's more information about him in my profile, and let me know what you think. The only time I've ever been turned down for a job, Some jobs might have a few more applications than others, might be more competitive, but I just have not found this to be super competitive. The only time I've ever been turned down is if it's just not okay to bring a dog, which I totally get. You know, not everybody's okay with that, but a lot of people on this app are fine with it. So, like I said, my dog loves having the companionship, and it's just a win-win for everybody. The other thing that you can do is just search for any location. So let's say I click on find a house sit. Let's say I want to go to Portugal. So I'll put in Portugal. It's going to show me the homes in Portugal, and you can see like this one has 2 cats, this one has 2 dogs and 2 horses, right? So if you're a horse lover, you could go stay at this house in Portugal and take care of some horses. So you can literally search for any place that you want to travel to. And then when you find one that has the number of days that you want to be away and the dates work for you and you know the pet situation works for you, you can apply for the job. And then once you get accepted for the job, you can book your plane tickets. So it's really, really cool. The other thing that they do that's really fun is around Thanksgiving time, like leading up to Thanksgiving, you know, a lot of people travel for the holidays. So you'll get an email from Trusted Housesitters that says, where do you want to go for Thanksgiving, Amy? And it'll show a picture of a farm in Ireland and a picture of a beachfront home in Australia. And it'll just show like all of these cool houses that need house sitters over Thanksgiving. And so if you're someone that likes to travel for Thanksgiving, you could apply for one of those sits and take your family somewhere cool for Thanksgiving. People let like full families come and stay at their homes too. It doesn't have to just be like, in my case, it's just me and my dog. But like if you wanted to take your family, many homes are equipped to have a whole family stay there. So that's always fun when I get that Thanksgiving email. It's like, oh, where do I want to go for Thanksgiving? Do I want to go to Ireland this year or whatever? And it'll show you. And then you can look at the homes and you'll see some beautiful, beautiful homes. Like here's an example of an email that I got this week. The subject line is discover some top sits from around the world. Ready for your next adventure, Amy? With thousands of pet parents busy planning for upcoming vacation pet care, now is the perfect time to find your next house sit, right? And it shows like this is Puerto Rico, United Kingdom. Like look at that. That's so cool. Egypt. So, and then if you want to look at the listing, you just click on it. Pet sitting in Egypt, the Red Sea. 3 dogs and a cat. And then you can scroll through and you can check out this house in Egypt. If you want to look at this is 10 days, or what is it? June 15th through the 26th. So yeah, like 10 days in Puerto Rico. So anyway, this is just an amazing way to travel. It's an amazing way to help people out by taking care of their homes and taking care of their pets while getting to stay in a home rather than in a hotel where you can cook for yourself and stay in some really cool neighborhoods and not have to pay for accommodations. So I hope this has been helpful. If you're interested in learning more about the Trusted House Sitters app, again, my link will be below. And if you use that link, you will get a discount on the annual fee. Like I said, feel free to share that link with anyone else who you think this might benefit. I've also got a link down below that will show you the 3 streams of residual income that I've created for myself that I've been using for the last 7 years, which are what afford me this lifestyle, this digital nomad lifestyle that allow me to travel and still make money even when I'm not working. So be sure and check those out as well. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.